In May 2024, over 80,000 euros got wired to my bank account. That was on top of the regular business income I already had. Now, how did that happen? About 2 to 3 months before it happened, I got into manifestation. And I don't like the word manifestation very much because it conveys a sort of woo-woo esoteric energy. But after I've tried it and after seeing the results I just shared with you, I am 100% certain it is not just some woo-woo stuff, but it has worked for me and has gotten me incredible results. Now in this video, I will show you the exact steps I took to manifest this money into my bank account. And I will sum them up at the end so you can start right away and manifest your desires, what you want in your life as well. As I said, a few months ago, I got into manifestation, and one of the first things I wanted to show up in my reality was more money, right? Because money is great. We'd all like to have more of it. So about that time, I had about 20,000 euros in my cash bank account that was accessible to me at all times. And I wanted that sum to be 100,000 euros. I wanted to see the number on the screen that said 100,000 euros. I wanted to have that sum available to me to invest with, to play with, to buy things with, to use it to like make more money, all these beautiful sorts of things, right? So that was my desire. I said, this is the number I want to have in my bank account. And I started manifesting it using certain techniques that I will share with you in a minute. And I did this for a few weeks, and at first not much really happened. I got a few like indicators that money was sort of flowing to me, sort of coming to me. I got some nice extra payments from clients and that kind of stuff. But really at first, nothing really happened. And then everything happened at once. And to understand how it happened, you need another little bit of the story, which is that my grandma died about a year ago. She had a huge house full of stuff, a lot of things she inherited to the family and everything. And like after she died, my mom went through all the things. It had already been sorted over half a year ago. You know, we all got our part of the inheritance. Then one morning, I woke up as I usually do in the mornings. I did my morning routine. I went to my laptop, I started working, started doing things. And around lunchtime, I checked my emails. And I had an email from my mom that said important bank stuff. And I wasn't very happy about that, because usually if you receive an email that says important bank stuff, it's not good news. It's usually a bill you forgot to pay, or some taxes you have to pay, or they want some other document, or they're gonna like repossess your house and go after your ass, whatever it is. So I opened this email really expecting absolutely nothing. And it said, hey, for some reason, there have been 4 bank accounts from your grandma in your name. I don't know where they're coming from. I just found them by pure accident. There's 80,000 euros in them. What do you want to do with the money? I remember going like, what the fuck? What the fuck is actually happening here? So I wrote an email back to my mom to confirm it all, and it was actually true. And then later during that day, I realized, oh my God, this is my manifestation. Because I went back to my actual bank account and I saw, okay, there's still roughly 20,000 euros cash in there, because I always take any excess money out. And the sum that's missing to get the 100,000 I wanted is that 80,000 I just got. And then there were some bank holidays and whatnot, and like a month later, it got wired to me on my account. And that shit just blew my mind, because I literally made money appear out of thin air. And of course you can say, well, you didn't actually make the money. It has always been there. Your mom just didn't find it last time she went through all the stuff. And it has always been there. It would have appeared anyway, whether you did something or not, yada, yada, yada. I understand, of course. And I would be critical of this as well. But to me, that is not the reality I choose to believe in. I rather choose to believe in that I have the power to make this money appear. Look, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I am merely telling you my story. I'm telling you what I did and what happened, and I'm showing you the proof. And by the way, these 80,000 euros are not the only thing I created in my reality, in my life. I have also manifested certain women where they had a very, very low chance just statistically of appearing. I have manifested this amazing apartment from literally when I was on the other side of the world. I just called up a dude and he said, yeah, move in, you sound cool, in a city where it's really hard to find a place. And, lots of other stuff. And I teach these techniques to my clients as well. And they're having incredible results. Some of them are literally creating their dreams, what they've been wanting for years, within 24 hours after we remove a few certain blocks and I teach them what to do and how to approach it. It's incredible. So what I'm going to do now is teach you the exact same approach, techniques, and steps I use to manifest these 80,000 euros into my bank account and also create all the other amazing things that I've been calling into my life in the past few months. Now, I've already mentioned that most of what I've heard about manifestation always sounded a little woo-woo to me. I'm a very rational and scientifically minded person, so I wanted a rational and scientific approach. So the way I see manifestation is the following. We and everything around us is energy. And if you look at physics, at quantum physics, there's a bunch of experiments that show that what we perceive as particles, like our hands, our fingers, right? We can touch this, it's physical. That actually exists or can exist as a particle and as a wave. And now you can look at this wave as energy and as a kind of probability distribution, right? There's a wave that determines how something is going to show up. In simple words, if we assume just for a second that everything is energy, this energy can manifest itself in different ways and show up as a finger, as money, as air, as whatever it is. So the question is, what determines how this energy manifests itself, what it actually becomes? Well, it's very simple, our consciousness. Because the way we look at things, the way we are, creates our reality. There's a saying, your perspective determines your reality, and it's 100% accurate, right? I'll give you a very simple example. Suppose you're driving along the highway in your car, and there's another car coming at you, and they're honking their horn at you. So depending on your perspective, if you've got a very, very angry day and you're just like in a bad mood, you're going to be like, fuck off. Why are you honking your horn at me? But if you're in a great mood, everything, you sing along to the tunes in your radio, the guy honks your horn at you, you'll probably honk your horn back. You'll be like, good day to you, mate, as well. So it's the same situation. It's the same energy. But how you observe it, how you are, your perspective determines what you actually get out of it. So to create this exact reality you want, whether it's more money, it's better women, it's whatever it is, really whatever it is you want, there's only one thing you need to do. And that is to become the person who already has that. Because then you have the perspective of it's already there. And once you truly internally have become that person and own this perspective, and this is your reality internally, it will not take long to show up on the outside as well. So this is the whole approach behind it. Now, how do you make this happen? Because it's very easy to say, yeah, I'm a millionaire. Where's the money? Where's the money? And it doesn't work like that, right? That is because your reality, it runs very deep. Every day you have stuff that you have created in the past that is now in your life that reflects something back at you. For example, I grew up in a household where money was always, we were never poor. It wasn't really tight, but we were so stingy with it. We couldn't spend it. Like big sums, they weren't a reality to me. So it took me a lot of work to actually make this big sum a reality. And here's exactly how I did it. The first step is very simple. You have to decide what you want. And the thing is, you have to decide what you want, even if you don't know how you're gonna get it. Even if you can't see the way you can get there. Even if you right now still think it's impossible. You just have to decide that. Because for a lot of people, what stands in the way of deciding something is that the inner critic goes on and is like, no, you can't do that. Oh no, that's not possible. You can't just make X amount of money with this amount of work. You can't just, attract these women. You're not good enough. Whatever it is. Put all that aside. Decide what you want. Commit to it. Commit to getting it. Commit to having it. Step number 2 is become aware and let go of your limiting beliefs. Because your beliefs create your reality, because beliefs are nothing else but thoughts repeated again and again and again. If you think, I am ugly, I am ugly, I am ugly, if you do this enough times, it will become your reality. It will become your belief, and you will start seeing yourself that way when you look in the mirror. If you have a repeat, I am really fucking rich, which is one of my affirmations, and you repeat that enough times, it will become a very deep-rooted belief, and you will start seeing yourself this way. And then it will show up in your external reality as well. Now, the problem with limiting beliefs is that usually it's really hard to become aware of them because they are blind spots we have. So a really good exercise to become aware of your limiting beliefs, for example, around money, and you can do this for anything, but with money it works really well, is to complete the sentence of, when I grew up, money was, and you can do the same thing with, for example, love or relationships. When I grew up, the relationships I saw, or my relationships were, the reason why this is so powerful is that most of our beliefs are formed during our most malleable and formidable years, which is our childhood, right? Anything you tell a 5-year-old a few times, or what a 5-year-old sees, they're going to assume, okay, that's real. That's the reality. That's how things are. And once you've become aware of these limiting beliefs, you can let them go. And there's a bunch of different techniques you can use, and we're all a little bit different. Well, you'll have to see what works for you. What I did was I crafted affirmations around these beliefs. So as a kid, I learned that having a lot of money isn't safe. It creates problems because you have to look after this money. You have to save it. Oh my God, it might get stolen. You might lose it. These were the things I grew up with. So one of the affirmations I crafted is that I am safe with lots of money. And I repeated this again and again and again until it became my new reality. Then there's, of course, visualizations you can do. So if you want a situation or a certain thing, but it doesn't feel possible to you, you can envision yourself already having it. And over time, you will teach yourself, you will change your beliefs around the thing, and you will realize, oh, it's possible. Because in my mind, I already have it. So it will show up on the outside as well. And then the last step is to really become the version of yourself who already has what you want. And this works mainly with a concept I call mental diet, where in your everyday life, you become aware of the way you think and feel and approach things. And you ask yourself, okay, that version of myself who already has what I want, how do they approach this situation? How do they feel in this situation? How do they think about it? So, for example, the version of myself who already had 100K in their bank account, cash available to them every day, that version would not worry about money. So that's what I eliminated. Every time I had a thought that, oh my God, do I have enough to spend on this? Yes. Yes, I have. I can. I don't have to worry. I'm safe. This does not mean that I went out and bought fucking everything, because that's how people go broke. It comes from the wrong energy. It's really just about, again, internally becoming the version of yourself who already has what you want. If you want, for example, a loving wife or a great relationship, how would you think and feel around these topics? Would you get nervous and anxious every time you dated someone because like, oh my God, if I lose them, I'll never get the love of my life? No, because you already have that love of your life. You'll be relaxed. You'll let things unfold. You'll surrender. And the universe will give you what you decided, what you committed to have. So to sum this up again, you decide, you commit to your desire. And it's really powerful if you write this down. You write this down as I want X, Y, Z. Write this down. Commit to it, even if you can't see the way there yet. Step number 2, become aware and let go of your limiting beliefs. You can use the sentence completion exercise I gave you earlier. You can question yourself. You can, what I highly recommend, work with someone who can mirror you from the outside and who can ask the right questions to probe and to uncover your blind spots. But whichever way you use, become aware of what beliefs are holding you back from obtaining that desire right now. And once you've become aware of these beliefs, block certain time slots in your day where you actively work on these beliefs, where you write or listen to your affirmations, where you do your visualizations, where you question the validity of your current beliefs, put in the work. It's really about a lot of volume in the step because you want to reprogram the subconscious mind. And the third step, again, is becoming that version who already has what you want, which means you check your thoughts on a daily basis. Every second of the day, whenever you approach a situation, you ask yourself, okay, how would I approach it if I already had what I wanted? And you start showing up, thinking, feeling like this. And this is how you become the person who already has what you want. And I 100% guarantee you there is no other way. It's a fundamental law of the universe that if you live this reality on the inside, the outside world will adjust to it. You will manifest it. The universe, the life around you, the energy around you will show up in this exact way. And it's usually going to happen in a way you did not expect, but it will happen. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. You are watching these videos because you want to create a better life for yourself. You want to work on yourself, and that is fucking awesome. And I want to encourage that. So yeah, all the best to you on this journey. If you liked this video, if you found it valuable, if it made you think in a new way, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and very important, please share it with someone who might benefit from that new input as well. It's a really great way to make someone else's day, to spread some value with very low cost, very low investment, and to send out some good energy into the world. And I guarantee you, it's going to come back to you. So thank you so much. I love you.